And we want to get back to developing news near Cascade Station in Northeast Portland. We talked about this at the beginning of this newscast. That is where police say there was a hostage situation on a MAX train. They just confirming that to us, that is what happened and spurred a massive police response. This is happening near IKEA by the airport. Police do confirm that the situation has resolved. The hostage situation is over. But we do want to listen in to a police press conference. Officials are giving a press conference on this incident right now. And we have Commander Tina Jones addressing the media. Take a listen.
That we encountered this afternoon out at the Mount Hood Transit Center. There was a call just about 2:18 in the afternoon of a disturbance involving a MAX train out here. And as officers responded, we had both transit police and North Precinct officers respond to the scene. We found out that there was a male subject on the train who had the MAX driver and another subject held hostage on the train. He was reportedly armed with what was believed to be 2 knives and later was found out to be a knife and what appears to be like a hot dog skewer. Obviously dangerous implements, and there was a concern for the safety of the lives of those on board the train. Our officers arrived and contained the situation. This is a very busy area with a lot of people, and so it took a lot of officers to safely contain the scene. They activated both the CERT and CNT teams so that they could come out here with their expertise and their equipment to try and safely resolve the situation. Once those scenes got on scene, and I need to back up, in the interim, there were many attempts to try and make dialogue with the male subject. Some of our officers recognized him as a subject that we had encountered yesterday who had been in mental health crisis and who we had a physical encounter with yesterday, and our officers had put on a police officer hold. We learned that he had been held overnight and released today, and then they were encountering him once again at the MAX station. When CERT officers arrived, at one point, the male subject put the sharp objects down, and they took that opportunity to deploy what are commonly referred to as flashbangs, 2 flashbangs, which are a very loud, concussive device that's designed to distract and provide them an opportunity to safely resolve the incident. When they deployed those flashbangs, they were safely able to get the male hostage off the train, and they were able to then get the female operator out of the compartment for the MAX train. Once they had those people safe and medical was attending to them, they were then able to safely take the male into custody with very minimal force. Obviously, we're very, very relieved that this did not turn into a more serious situation. These are the nightmare calls that we never want to have, but that we train for. And I'm very, very proud of my team. Obviously, all of the teams that came out today, Multnomah County, and our CERT and CNT teams as well.
How did you first learn about the call?
So the call came in through dispatch, and I'm not sure exactly who called it in, if it was through the TriMet operator or other people or a variety of people, but I know it came in through dispatch, that it was some sort of disturbance.
And did he say why he took these people hostage? Was there any indication of why he did this?
At this point, I don't know why. I do know that he at some point was referring to the people as his hostages, and so there was some sort of recognition of that.
How many passengers were on board?
So I'm not aware of how many people may have been on board initially, but when our officers arrived, there was the train operator and then one subject, male subject, who was in the compartment with the suspect.
Can you describe what happened yesterday when he was put on a police hold? What led up to that?
I don't have the exact details of that, but I do know that our officers had a call for service.
All right, and that was Portland Police Bureau's Commander Tina Jones giving us an update on the armed suspect that has been taken into custody. He was on a MAX train and took some hostages. He was, as Tina Jones just mentioned, in a mental crisis just yesterday, and officers had him on hold. He was held overnight but released just today. We also heard flashbangs were deployed that allowed police officers to safely take that male hostage off the train and the female operator of that MAX train out as well. We're going to continue to follow this for you on air and online. You can find those updates at kgw.com.